Right, well now we're in your shack night. Perhaps you can tell us a bit about the equipment that you've got here. And
Yeah, sure. That's the main HF rig.
right.
That does all the bands, and 2 and 50, but I don't bother with 2 on that, it's only 50 watts.
And that one's what? It's a Yaesu.
Yeah, it's the 847,
847.
FT847. And, it's 100 watts, which is okay. That, obviously, that's the swirl meter, Pioneer swirl meter.
Yeah.
Antenna tuner, that's the rotator box, and there's a boxy at the back, which is the MX2000, which automatically sorts out the antenna that I'm whatever band I'm on.
Oh yes, it's a duplexer.
Duplexer.
Yeah.
And then tucked away in the corner
Yeah.
is the 2 meter setup.
Okay, let's have a look at your 2 meter setup. Okay.
Right. That's the power supply, which is quite a meaty one. That's adequate for this.
For your 847.
More
Yeah.
than adequate for that. The cooling fan cuts in occasionally, but not that frequently. I suppose I shouldn't really block too many of the vents up at the top there, but I'm a bit stuck. My little bit of homebrew wiring there to give me the various power supplies out. And then we've got the old-fashioned IC290, which is then through to the linear, which is supposed to be 100 watts, but it never is. Normally, the maximum I can get out of it is 80. But does the job, obviously. Spur meter up there, extension speaker for that.
Yes.
But for the HF side, I use the heels as the headset.
That's it.
And I've not had any reports back on it yet, but I must admit the clarity of the signal coming through when I listen to it is good. And down there's a foot switch now, so I don't have to bother about using the MOX. It's a lot easier with the foot switch. But it'll be interesting to find out what that's when I get a report back from perhaps other members who know my voice, that they might be able to tell me exactly how efficient that piece of kit is. Certainly I'm very pleased with it.
Yes, you'll probably find it's quite punchy.
That's
And,
what I'm hoping. But with a bit of luck, that are going to go.
Oh, you're having a change, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to do a part exchange at WNS and get myself a linear. So that'll be an 800 watt job, but obviously I'm not going to use 800 watts. But I can PX those two, and I reckon they'll give me something towards the linear. And the two sons are going to contribute for my Christmas present. So
Oh, that'll be a very nice Christmas present to have.
well,
And
so
something
now
to play with.
Chuck out a few more watts. And hope that I can punch through, because I find that there's a lot of stations out there that have got a lot of power, and they're getting through and I'm not. I know it's not a particularly brilliant location, it's only 60 feet ASL, but in fact the QTH is 39 metres ASL,
39 metres.
yeah, and the antenna height is 50 metres.
Oh, okay.
That's the 2 metre antenna.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly the ideal height, especially for 2. Although I have been lucky on occasions, and I've managed to work into Minorca on one occasion. I was 2.5 watts, but that was when there was a really good lift on, and I've got a very good report back.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was when I was up in the loft. But having taken part in indoor flying lessons from the loft twice, that's why I'm down here now, so I can't fall off anything. That's one of those things. And there's a little ringy there, which
That's it.
that's the
Well, that's the.
little horror.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I haven't had much success with it yet. Like I say, it's very, very low power. But like, even the Orpington repeater I can't access from here. I have to go out down the road, and then it seems to work.
Mm-hmm.
But for short range stuff, it's very
Excellent.
nice. Richard Presenia
Yes.
had a load of those, and was quite happy for a club donation, which I thought was very generous.
Right. So that's basically your shack, and
I got my little handheld.
oh.
Whoopsie daisy. And the little handheld.
Mm-hmm.
And lying around here somewhere. Ah, yes. An improvement on the antenna, the little helical antenna that comes with it. Again, it was Richard Pesenia, and they did a test on it, and they found that the losses were enormous, and that, when it's fully extended, it's a bit cumbersome, obviously, to walk around with, but it's ideal. You get much better reports off that. Got a spare microphone here. Now that was rewired to go onto that. That worked quite well, but now I want to get it rewired to go on that.
Onto
this one, onto my IC290. And of course every rig is different. So
yes.
I might take that when I go to W&S and ask them to rewire it. Because if I do it, I know what will happen. It won't work. Soldering was never my best. That I keep on just in case. The kids use it to play the videos and whatnot, but I have that on as a monitor whilst I'm transmitting to make sure I'm not causing TBI. And if I do see noisy